What's up everybody, my name is Vincent. Welcome to Cryptolution, where we talk about everything under the moon in the crypto universe. Today's Wednesday, March 18th. Now in today's dog video, we're going to be discussing what happened to Bitcoin's price. Bitcoin took a massive dip, but also altcoins and meme coins took a dip as well. Now why did Bitcoin dip? Well, there are certain factors that could be playing out, but the thing is these are just narratives. It may not be the real reason why Bitcoin is down. But what we need to see is how dog is sustaining itself through the volatility. Now, you did see meme coins were pumping massively yesterday because Bitcoin was pumping. But as I mentioned before, a lot of the artificial trading volume that happens on these other meme coins isn't real. It's synthetic. So basically, what you're seeing is dog right now actually hasn't pumped or dipped that hard to Bitcoin's volatility. In fact, we're actually seeing more whales accumulate dog, and I'm going to share with you how Kraken Exchange is surpassing all these other exchanges such as Gate and BitGet, and that people are withdrawing based on on-chain data back to cold storage wallet. So let's dive deep into that. Let's also cover charting and analysis. You will learn a lot in this video. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join us on X. Please be careful with any of the scammers down in the comments below. I'll never reach out via WhatsApp, Telegram, direct messaging, or email, so please be careful and invest safely. Guys and girls, let's get right into it. Okay, so as you can see, dog right now is still up around close to 1% over the past week, but as you've noticed over the past 24 hours, dog is down 3.92%. Now, the reason dog is down, like I said, Bitcoin is down as well. As you can see, the correlation between Bitcoin and dog is pretty much the same. They are up and down almost the same way in the past 24 hours and over the past week. How far did Bitcoin drop? Well, yesterday we saw that Bitcoin was roughly around close to 76,000 US dollars. So now it's 71,000 US dollars. So that's a pretty significant drop, knowing that it's 4% to the downside just within the past 24 hours. Now, what are some news that happened yesterday that should have been bullish for crypto? Well, the SEC and also the CFTC have actually filed a joint issued agreement and statement saying that digital commodities, digital collectibles, digital tools, and payment stablecoins under the Genius Act are considered commodities. Now, the reason this is important is because we really wanted clarity from the CFTC. We already knew that the SEC clarified that meme coins are not securities, but what did the CFTC have to say about that? Well, they are in agreement. Now, you would think that this would send the markets going up higher and higher because this really has more information and more support for the Clarity Act to be passed within Congress. But then all of a sudden we see some headlines such as PPI data. So apparently it was higher than expected, roughly around 3.4% versus the expectation of 2.9%. So that's pretty significant. Now you must be wondering, what does PPI data have to do anything with crypto? Well, Grok actually has something to say about that. It said, higher than expected PPI data signals hotter producer inflation. So that is bearish short term for equities and crypto. Delays Fed rate cuts, pressures risk assets, longer term depends on wage data and CPI, consumer price index, follow through. Now, what we saw also is that Bitcoin didn't just take a dip, it was also gold and silver while oil was rising. Because what we're seeing is Israel just made another attack on Iran's most crucial energy infrastructure. But this could be another reason why we see Bitcoin's price going down and all other stores of value. Now let's cover the meme coin sector. Now remember, like just yesterday and the day before, you saw that meme coins were pumping because Bitcoin was going up roughly around 69,000 to as high as 76. People were saying that, oh my gosh, this could be the very beginning of a bull market. Meme coins are pumping. And you see that SPX is going to double digits, and also Pengu and every other meme coin was going up double digits. But the problem is, and I keep on saying this over and over, is that just because things go up, they can also go back down. Now, the reason they have artificial trading volume is because of market makers. Market makers are either provided by the centralized exchanges that list the token, or the actual token team themselves pay market makers to pump their token to provide that artificial trading volume. And that's the thing, as much as you see things go up, things can go back down really quick. And that's the advantage and disadvantages of market makers. Now let's go and scroll over to where dog Bitcoin is. So when we look at dog Bitcoin, it's only down 3.9%. And the reason why is because it doesn't have a market maker to pump it harder and to dump it harder. This is just how dog reacts. Dog is priced in Satoshis, just like every other cryptocurrency. Crypto is not priced in US dollars. It's priced on Bitcoin's value, and Bitcoin is priced in Satoshis. So that's why you see the correlation of dog Bitcoin relate to Bitcoin. It's pretty much the same over the past week and over the past 24 hours. So let's use some examples. So SPX 6900 is priced in Satoshis, not USD value. So when you see that Bitcoin goes up, right? You see Bitcoin's going up. You see that also SPX, which is the blue line, goes up as well. But because we also saw that there was a massive dip today over the past 24 hours with Bitcoin, it also took a harder dip. So as you can see, now the blue line, which is SPX, falls a lot harder compared to Bitcoin's price. And that's because it is priced in Satoshis, and it also has market makers to make that artificial trading volume. Let's talk about some other disadvantages of other testnet meme coins. So apparently there was a large whale within the Shiba Inu token world, and they basically sold at an 83% loss. So when they invested roughly around $506,000 US dollars back in 2024 on Binance, they just recently dumped all their tokens, all of it. And now they're at around 84,000. You know what's also crazy? When you scroll down to the comments, what are some things that people say? So this person said the team behind Shiba Inu have been extractors the whole time. If you've been here long enough, you would have realized that this token is dead. It's been dead. And that's the thing that you need to understand, is that people understand that when you have a meme coin with team members or VC backing, retail is the last thing that's going to win out of this whole, meme coin investment. The only people that are going to really benefit from this is the team members that have token allocations and the VCs that also have token allocations because they invested in the token. So don't be surprised when you see meme coins with VC backing and team members. That's why I say be very careful. Dog Bitcoin's free and fair airdrop has no team members, no core influencer, no KOLs, no VC backing. We do not pay market makers, do not pay listing fees. So why is that really important to bring up? Well, let's pay attention to XRadar data analytics. So I looked over the past 7 days. If you type in tickers like Dog, Pepe, Shiba Inu, SPX, Pengu, what have you noticed in terms of engagement and presence on X? Now, let's focus on the cons, which are basically these tokens that aren't doing well. Now, Pengu, which has VC backing and team members, usually has paid marketing. So what you'll notice is that on X, not many people are typing in Pengu, meaning there's not really a community member in the ecosystem that's really showing up every day to pump up Pengu and to show Pengu's presence on X. So that's why it's unsustainable, and that's why you saw this recent spike, because that could just be the team probably hinting at something or basically trying to get people hype, and that's not real. That's just paid marketing. Then you have SPX and Pepe. Now, what have you noticed about these two? Look at the amount of posts. Pepe has 150,000 posts over the past 7 days. SPX has over 108,000 posts over the past 7 days. But why is there only one spike on each of these? Well, that is inorganic. Basically, what you're seeing is there's no community in these dead zone areas, and then there's all of a sudden a coincidence with both these tokens having a spike. Now, remember, both of these have tier 1 centralized exchanges. They have multiple tier 1 centralized exchanges. Both of these different accounts could either have one person trying to get people hyped, meaning like they come out of nowhere making a post bringing people to new bullish terms. It could be Murad for SPX, or it could be a team member or an account trying to hint at something, and that could be Pepe. But look at Shiba Inu. Now, Shiba Inu has actually been kind of suffering a little bit. It did have a huge decline, and then now it's kind of recovering. But here's the thing. The only reason that Shiba Inu is brought up on Twitter is because it's brought up in not the best news. It's basically people using Shiba Inu on news headlines, like the one that I just showed you, or people are exploiting wallets within that token. Now, look at Dog. Dog is very different from all these other tokens below. Have you noticed something? We have 79,000 posts, not as much as Pepe or SPX, but it is higher than Shiba Inu and Pengu. But the thing is, these are real people posting. As you can see, this is organic baseline attention. This is sustained growth. This is a community that's actually here. Because you have no team members, because you have no VCs, no KOLs behind this, it's just community based from the very beginning, from the get-go, so that people understand from the actual launch of Dog being airdropped to people that this is community based. And that's why Dog continues to sustain that mindshare attention. So yesterday, when the whole meme coin market was pumping, guess what? Not everything was pumping in the altcoin market. Look at this entire section over here in terms of meme coin bundles on Kraken. Bitcoin meme coins are up 11%. Now, meme token was actually up quite a bit, but also Dog, Lobo, Pups, and Billy were up in the single digits. But nonetheless, this is also a little hint of what's to come. Bitcoin meme coins are going to have their season, as I say over and over. And sorry if I sound like a broken record, but that has to be repeated over and over because you have to remember and realize we've never had a Bitcoin meme coin season yet. Might as well happen in 2026. And as you can see, it's doing a lot better than any of these other categories. And here's the thing that I want to share with you the most. This is my favorite image. So last night, again, for the second time, Kraken's trading volume surpassed Gate and also BitGet. That's substantial. Now, the reason that's important is because Gate.io had the most trading volume for over a year. And this is the second time where Kraken is now the preferred exchange where people buy, trade dog. But not only that, look to the right. This is the heat map net inflow. So basically, we're seeing outflows of roughly around 34,000 dog tokens out of Kraken. Now, this isn't people depositing dog into Kraken to sell the token. This is what people do when they buy dog on Kraken, and then they transfer that dog into cold storage. So they take it away from the exchange. So that's why you're seeing an outflow of 34,000. So yesterday we saw roughly around 162,000 buying pressure, and 34,000 worth of those tokens were being withdrawn back into cold storage. So people are preferring to buy dog on Kraken because it's easy to buy, it's instantaneous, and they can swap any token that they want from any other chain. That's amazing. Okay, now let's look into the charting analysis. Remember, I brought up how dog does really well against other meme coins that have market makers. Now, why do we bring that up? Yes, we see this red candle, but we also saw that in Bitcoin's price. The Bitcoin price had a nice large red candle. So when you look at dog price, yes, you see this large red candle as well, but check this out. When I go to the very bottom, this is dog against SPX. Dog is performing against SPX by 4.83, now 4.93%. Look at dog against Pengu's price. It's up 1.11% against Pengu's price. That's why when I look at dog down around 4% roughly within this chart, look at all these other meme coins. SPX down 8, Bonk down 8, Shiba Inu down 5, Doge down 6, Dog Whiff Hat down 7%. So when I look at dog Bitcoin, this looks pretty good. So another thing I want to pay attention to is look at the RSI within dog's price. Notice that the purple line was going up around this red line. Now, the reason I bring that up is because that's kind of the middle point. We always see a lot of volatility where this purple line goes up here and then goes right back down. So it's kind of a rejection point. And we see it going back and forth for so many months back in 2025. So could we experience the exact same thing? We don't exactly know, but these are the boring times. This is like the fact that it's so oversold. And we know that's oversold because when you look at dog to Bitcoin's price in Satoshis, this is the most oversold that we've ever seen. That's why it's trading sideways. We're roughly around 78.3% in long-term holders, which is always very promising. I think early this morning I saw somebody buy roughly 23 million dog tokens on chain, which is very exciting. Now, we don't know exactly what's going to happen tomorrow, for the rest of the week. Anything can happen. But I was not surprised that Bitcoin took a dip because people were expecting Bitcoin's price to go up today due to the news from the SEC and the CFTC. But I knew if the price of Bitcoin didn't pump at that exact moment when that announcement was made, then that means the next day, most likely at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, that there was going to be a capitulation or a liquidation of Bitcoin's price. And that means a lot of long traders got completely liquidated and short traders got rich from that. So there's a lot of manipulation out there. We need that Clarity Act passed. But until then, dog is going to be enjoying this ride. So as always, I'm very bullish on dog. You already seen what's going on chain, how dog is outperforming just every other meme coin without market makers. Also how dog is doing very well in terms of the community on X compared to people that in communities that just aren't real. They're just not there. So by showing your support, please support this video. It helps the algorithm out a lot, and spread this video across all of YouTube and on X. And all you have to do is smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join us on X to receive all of our alpha calls and updates regarding Dog and Moon. Till then, see you guys girls tomorrow.